Appreciate you coming, mate. I know you've had a fucking bit of a pain in the arse drive to get here.
It's all right, mate.
So what I like to do
Yeah.
is I like to go from the beginning, where you grew up, hobbies, interests, and then we'll go into your difficult moments in life, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
And then the most important thing, mate, is when we speak, I like to, when we talk problems, we need to talk solution as well, don't we? Whatever your solutions were to what fight, whatever your demons are, whatever your darkness is. And it's just to help people, because that's what this is, most important part about this is. It's to help people, not to fix people, help them understand.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That they're not the only people going through some shit.
Yeah, we've said this, yeah.
And that's the power, right? That's the power in the conversation that I talk about.
Yeah.
That's the power.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll start from where you grew up, mate.
To be honest, mate, I've been all over the place. I'm like dog shit. I'm everywhere. So my earliest memories growing up, I was in a place called Mansfield near Nottingham. We've always moved around. There's always been issues growing up, like partners, my mum's partners and stuff. One of them used to be like a hitman for quite a big gang organisation around the area. I don't want to mention names. And we had to move from place to place, so it was always around Notts. It was over Skegness, Leicester, Derby. We've been everywhere, here, there, everywhere. And then when I was about 9-year-old, we found our feet in a place called Colville in Leicestershire. And that, even though it's not my place of birth or like my hometown, but it is my hometown. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's home.
It's where I grew up, unfortunately. Childhood, mate. I can't really sit here and say I've had much of a happy childhood. I've had to grow up pretty fast. But as a boy, I've probably got 2 happy memories growing up. Hobbies and interests. Never really had one until I got into my boxing. And in fact, I found my niche in boxing. As I said, when I got here, I had a world title, 2 British titles in bare knuckle boxing. I was in the top 10 in the world in heavyweight and top 5 in the country at one point. Yeah. Yes, mate, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And people kind of looked up to me. So I don't know, I believe I'm here for, like you said, I've gone through a lot of trauma growing up and a lot of trauma recently. And I believe if I can speak about it, be open about it, and tell people how I found my solution, maybe it could help a life or a soul. You know what I'm saying?
like we were saying before, already getting a bit emotional, isn't it? Like we were saying before, there seems to be this stigma around men, especially men of mine and your build, both 6'3", 6'4".
Manly men.
Yeah. But the more I'm doing this and the larger it's getting, it's more men who have this... I've never been a boxer, but I've been around gyms my whole life, you know. And
you're a big lad.
Yeah,
you're a big lad.
There always seems to be a vulnerability attached to physicality.
Of course.
Where there's a big, strong physical man, there's always a scared child inside.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
And I was the same.
Yeah.
I'm not that anymore. I had my moment last year where I found the love for my child, my little Lee, or whatever. He wasn't little. He was still a lanky string of piss then. But there seems to be this sort of pattern emerging at the moment with what I'm doing, is that the men coming on here we're all children deep down.
And I don't believe I found my peace with my boy.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've sat down with him. Sorry, mate.
Don't worry about it. I'll cry with you in a minute. It's fine.
Nah, man, nah. I've done enough of crying, bro. Yeah, I don't feel like I've. What's the word? Forgave myself, or forgave the people around me. That I'm a moulded creation of a society around me. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I was created by what was going on around me, and I never had a childhood, mate. I was never that boy. I always had to be a man. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think over the next few months, I'm going to have to find that boy in myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
I can help you do that if you want.
Thank you, my friend.
because mine was. I wouldn't say mine was. When I was a kid, I'll tell you straight. I've mentioned it a few times. When I was a kid, my mum was extremely violent to me.
Yeah.
Not well. Yeah, I mean it's as simple as that. She was violent. My father was never around.
Yeah.
Just me and my mum. But because I was the older brother, I got it. I
hear you on that, mate. Yeah.
And my safe place was my grandparents.
Yeah.
I'd go to them whenever I felt scared.
Yeah.
Or my safe place was being on my own. I can spend. Your missus will tell you I can spend 2 or 3 days on my own, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem because when I was a kid, my way of living a life without going outside was living in there.
Yeah.
I'd make mad little worlds up in my bedroom, and that's what we do when we're children, right? We have this big, massive imagination. And as we get older, it just gets smaller.
Yeah.
Because I used to say we're broken, but then the guy who's mentoring me, he said, we're not broken. The brain and body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and that's keep you safe.
Yeah.
And that was powerful when he told me that, because
it's powerful you telling me that, because I see myself as broken.
Yeah, you're not broken. Your brain and your body are doing exactly what it's designed to do, and that's keep you safe,
survival,
keep you alive.
Survival. Yeah.
There's that book there, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. It talks a lot about that. People say with this and that, you're not. You are designed to stay alive, however that may be.
Yeah.
And we look at ourselves as this, especially our era.
Yeah.
We look at ourselves as the broken generation, because a lot of people I'm speaking to, I'm 37, so a lot of people I speak to are around mine and your age.
Yeah.
But we're not broken. We just come from an era where we were almost lost. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we become, the era before us were very big, strong, dominant characters.
Yeah.
Then the era after us have become almost fragile,
soft,
and we're in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, where do we belong?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I believe I can honestly help you. I'm not a therapist or nothing.
Yeah.
But I've been there. I've been sat in the dark wanting to chuck myself off a bridge. I've got a purpose statement written up there. I found purpose.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to you.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, so childhood, if we don't want to go there, you don't
mate,
have to.
Let's dive deep, whatever you want to do, mate.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah.
My childhood made me, my childhood's made me who I am today, in a way.
It definitely has.
So, my mum was in domestic relationship with, like I said, the guy who used to be a hitman. He was, on a number of times, he tried killing her in front of us. There were certain things I don't want to talk about, because that's from my mum's side.
Yeah.
You know, respect to my mum. And it was going on for years and years. And lucky enough, she's still with us. Like, he didn't take her. But one of the memories I have of this man, he was 7'2", about 20, 21 stone of muscle. He was a hitman. He used to kill people for this certain gang. And one of the memories I had, I was a young boy and I was in bed, and I could remember him coming to the door, and he was, like I said, there was a silhouette of the door, and he stood there, this big monster of a man. He's got a gun in his hand. Says, "Where's your mummy?" And I didn't know where my mum was, so I'm like pleading with him. I don't know. Unknown to me, my mum's crawling around the back garden into the next door's house to get him. All I remember is the police helicopter coming out, hundreds of police officers. I think he fought about 12 of them, broke a few of them jaws. He was a monster of a man.
Okay.
So he had to leave the country. I think he's still on the UK's most wanted.
Is he?
Yeah. And then a few other partners later, like all the partners my mum's been, they've all been abusive, all of them. And then she got with a guy called Andy, I would call him Junior. And he was the one who stayed around until about 4 or 5 years ago. But growing up, he used to beat me and my brothers, like batter us, thrash us, made us used to fight each other. A few times he's woke us up in the middle of the night, slapping us, beating us up and that. And the thing with what he was, it weren't so much physical. Like physical, you can take it. He was a head fuck. He was mentally abusive.
Psychological warfare.
He was an horrible man. But everyone who knew him thinks he's a lovely man. It weren't. It was character. He put his character on in front of people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even to this day, I will never forgive that man. And this is why I've got an issue, like having to sit with myself. Yeah. And because everyone around me says, you've got to forgive. You've got to forgive. I will never forgive him.
You can forgive yourself, though.
It's saying that, yeah, but like I left my brothers to deal with it. Because I had to get out. I had to get out there. And I know I shouldn't say this, man, but I won't forgive my mum. I can't. Like, I love my mum to bits. And it fucking kills me saying this. You know what I mean? Saying this on here. But it was times where I pleaded with my mum to leave him. I pleaded with her. I made her choose me or him, and she always chose him. Always.
You think that was through fear or love, though?
Love. Both. Because my mum's poorly. She loved him, but she feared being on her own and not having this man to look after her. But at the same time, he was destroying me and my brothers, and it's fucked us up for the rest of our lives.
So when we talk, you've got kids, right?
Yes, mate. I've got 3 of my own, and a few step kids. But I'm not with the mums. I'm not with the mums.
Yeah, but you're around.
Of course I am. I've got to be. Got to be.
When obviously you'll know this, and it took me a long time. So I held anger and pain towards my mother for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been working on that this year a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Like.
Yeah.
And I had a moment the other week where we sat and had a conversation, and we almost had a little laugh. I haven't had a laugh with my mum since I was a little boy, but it felt nice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, it did. And that love will still be in there, but it's just surrounded by this fucking wall of anger.
Yeah. You're scared of taking a brick down each time. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know, mate. I know.
But again, at this moment in time, it won't feel as though that's a possibility, right? Mm. You said it's ruined your words. You said it's broken us for the rest of our lives.
It has, yeah.
But that can change. It really can. And I genuinely believe I'm an example of that, because I was a broken human being for a long time. And my missus can vouch for this. I put her through fucking murder for two years through drug addiction.
Yeah.
This year has been a strange...
How long have you been clean, if you don't mind me asking?
Nearly 12, about 10 months.
Yeah, so it's still fresh.
It is and it isn't, because... Well, yeah, it is. Because beforehand, I was lying to myself as well. I'd stop for a little bit and then I'd start again, stop and start.
Yeah.
Now, never. I've done the work this year. Yeah. And I say this has been the most beautiful and yet painful year of my life this year. Yeah. I've fucking cried and sat with my emotions, and I'm like, what the fuck is this feeling? Yeah. All through the help. And, a lot of it I've done myself, but through my missus and the guy who's mentoring me, he's a psychologist from South Africa. Yeah. But I'm studying psychology in the brain.
Yeah, I can remember you saying, yeah.
And it's fucking amazing what the power of the brain, mate. So all I'm saying, I'm not going to sit here and tell you everything will be fine within a week.
Yeah, I know. I know it takes time.
Yeah.
I know it takes time. And even when them scars are healed, you're always going to have that, always have that wound there, ain't you?
The scar will always be there.
Yeah.
What I say is we can't change our memories. Memories will always be there. But what we can change is the emotion attached to the memory.
Yeah.
That's what we can change. That's what healing is. And that's important, because for a long time, I said to me, Mrs., this is normal. Yeah. This is normal the way I am. And I thought that.
No, I know, yeah. I thought, you know what? Yeah, it's funny you said that. I thought I was normal up until I was 16 with what I went through as a kid. I thought every kid goes through this. You know what I mean? And then I ended up getting in trouble, and the courts ordered me to go and see a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist diagnosed me with PTSD, borderline schizophrenia, and...
bipolar, maybe, or something.
Bipolar and personality disorder. Yeah, because 1 minute I'm up here, 1 minute I'm down here, 1 minute I've got ADHD, the next I'm just all over the place. Yeah. And it was up until then, I thought I was normal. And then since she diagnosed with me that, it was just like my life just went... Do you know what I mean?
In what way?
I wasn't normal. Wasn't... I know you're going to say, what is normal?
There's no such thing.
Because I know everyone deals with certain situations in their own way, and it's a certain chemical what's released in the brain that makes you deal with that trauma. And you could be the poshest person with the best family, but something happens and you think your life's fucked. Or you could be someone like me, what goes through fucking hell, you know what I mean, to create who I am today, you know.
Trauma isn't what happens to us, it's what happens in us. That's the difference. So the experience is traumatic.
Yeah.
But what happens inside us, that's the trauma. Yeah. And the body physically holds on to trauma. So...
And it's like, it's funny you say that, because I was going to mention this. After I got out of care when I was younger, about 8-year-old, I had 3 blokes do stuff to me. And I forgot about it. It's not I forgot about it. I didn't believe it happened. And what he said, what I can remember him saying to me, it was just after I got out of care. Yeah, what they said to me is, if I tell my mum they're gonna kill her, yeah, and take me away from my mum, yeah, right. And I've just come out of care. I never thought I'd see my mum again. Yeah, so it weren't like I forgot about it. And then after I got out of jail, so this is when I was 8-year-old. Yeah, after I got out of jail, 21-year-old, I was seeing this girl, absolutely beautiful girl. She was amazing. And I was having these dreams, but they weren't dreams. They were flashbacks, you know. And it's my mind telling me this happened. And I went through it, and everything what happened. And I looked it up. When you go through trauma, your mind can shut it out. Yeah, it can forget it, because, like you said earlier, it's your way of surviving. Mm-hmm. It's your way of your body and your mind making you survive and keep going. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's not, I wouldn't say amazing, it's just crazy how your mind and your body works.
So the brain has a process with everything through the senses.
Yeah.
Hands, eyes, ears, touch, taste, whatever. The brain, we will be focusing on ourselves now, but there's things in here that we can't necessarily see with our eyes.
Yeah.
But we'll pick them up as we're in it, and the brain will take it all in.
Yeah.
But you just don't know.
Yeah.
And the brain will delete, distort, and file away everything, from a touch, from a smell, from a taste, from a sound.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
But what it does, what you said before, mine was, if you tell your mum, I'll tell her you're smoking.
Yeah.
That was what got told to me.
Yeah.
So, I forgot about a lot of stuff. Forgot or blocked.
Yeah.
And I blocked it. Which a lot of people do, because, again, it's the brain's defense mechanism. I can't deal with this. A lot of soldiers, when they go to war, they get it.
Yeah.
And they can't remember nothing of a certain moment, whether that's good or bad. So say they're in an operation and they go through a protocol of going through a room. Some of them will come out and they're like, I can't remember nothing.
Yeah.
Because they're in that flow state. Yeah. It's called flow state when you're operating. Fighters have it. Yeah. Where you're just in that, everything's slow motion and you just go.
Like I was said to you, like when I used to step into the ring, everything was tunnel vision.
Yeah, flow state it's called.
Everything, like walking through the crowd and that, and it's weird because it was the only time I ever felt peace. Mm. Like everything, like there was just certain things, like I'd hear their corner say something or my corner say something, and like you said, like this flow state, just everything was just tunneled.
I've heard a few people say this. It's the only time they'll experience peace, when they're in the middle of something so chaotic, right? Yeah. And it's so when we talk chaos, and I've been thinking about this for a few weeks. When we talk chaos is the outcome of control. Same with addiction. We use to control the outcome. We don't want anything to happen to us. We want to make sure what happens is in our control. Yeah. Control creates chaos.
Yeah.
So when you're talking fighting, it's one of the most purest fucking natural forms we've got. You're in control of the outcome. Yeah. Nobody else. Yeah. That's why you feel the peace. Yeah. When you're in your everyday life, there's so many different possible outcomes. You're not necessarily in control.
Yeah.
It's mad, mate. Yeah. And I've thought about this so much. Why the addiction? Because addiction, all addiction is addiction isn't the problem. It's the response to the problem. That's what I say addiction is. It's always a response to a problem. You're suffering with pain, whatever you'll use. Yeah. Even when you're happy, you don't know anything else. When the sun's out, let's go for a pint. Yeah. Because that's all your body knows.
That's all I ever do.
That's all your body knows.
You're like growing up. I didn't start taking anything till I was about 16, 17. Yeah. Probably younger. Because I was always the first one at school to start doing stuff. Mm. You know, and everyone used to look at me weird and that. But that was my way of escaping.
Absolutely.
It was the only time I ever felt numb. Yeah. And I didn't think anything apart from the come downs, but I never wanted to come down. I was always high. Mm. For nearly 20 years of my life, I was high. Same. Do you know what I'm saying? And then after a while, it just became an excuse. You know, like I'd start an argument with the partner I was with at the time, just go out and get on it. I'd like, if one of my friends had an argument, I'd have to go out with him.
Yeah.
I'd use every excuse I could to get out and get on it.
We spoke about this the other day. I put something, I can't remember what it was. And my missus wrote a comment saying, initially I'd look for an excuse, cause a row. One of the lads has got, it's his fucking birthday, and it's not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's lying.
yeah.
But in the end, the cocaine was just that was the excuse. You know, it's crazy how it takes over. Like, I know the process now of the brain, how it goes from a habit to just be something as natural as brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
And that's what addiction does.
Yeah.
It becomes as natural as fucking brushing your teeth or putting your socks on. It's ingrained.
Yeah.
It's not your identity, but it's ingrained in your habits, your patterns, your everyday life. But when we talk the brain, you can build, so your brain's made of plastic, neuroplasticity it's called.
Yeah.
You can build the brain to a certain process. You can also unbuild the fucker. And we can.
Yeah.
It's proven. I genuinely believe I am in the process of doing it.
Yeah.
I've been sat round drugs over the last 6 months, once or twice. Not once did I want to go. I'll have a go with that. Not once.
There's been a few situations with me, especially the other week when I found out I had cancer. First thing I wanted to do, mate, was go and get on it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I wanted. And I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with everyone at home. I wanted to go out and get on it, big time. But that's because I will always be an addict. Always. It's for certain situations in front of me what will either make me or break me. Like I said, everything what's ever happened in my life, I've used the excuse to get on it. You know, and that's engraved in me. Obviously, if it's plastic, I can rebuild that. But at the minute, that's still there. The first thing I wanted to do was go out and get on it when I found that out. And that's probably one of the only times after these last few months that I have.
That statement, I will always be an addict.
Yeah.
Last year, she came down and I was unconscious on the fucking sofa, been up all night, cans and drugs all over the table. And I remember saying to her, this is normal, right? I said it before. And in my mind, this is normal. This will always be normal, right? Now, I'm not an addict.
Yeah.
I've got it in my mindset now that I'm Lee. And what I'm saying with that is by giving that statement such power, and this is real shit now.
Yeah.
I'm not talking no mad stuff here. By giving that statement power, you make it part of who you are. It becomes your identity. It's not your identity. It's a word that's given to you by society.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit, mate.
Yeah.
You are so much more than an addict. The fact that you are you is a miracle in itself, right?
Fucking hell, mate. Bastard.
But it's true, because I've been there. You are much more. The thing is, society tells us we're the dregs of society.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We come from council estates, we come from
shitholes,
yeah? The fact that you're a human being standing here now after everything you've been through tells you that you hold more power than you think. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I've got a statement up there. It's my purpose statement that I've done. It says, I awaken the spark in people who feel broken, buried, or beyond help. Empower them to rise, own their truth, build identity through purpose. Identity being the key thing. My identity is Lee. Nobody's going to sit there and say, Lee, you should say, hi, my name's Lee, I'm an addict. I might struggle with addiction, but I am not an addict.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking human being. Yeah. And the power's in there. Not in fucking the society.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Some strong shit here. Shit, man.
Be kinder to yourself.
And you know what? I can't.
You can.
Everything what's like I've man, fucking hell. Someone's been in my life these last few months, and she was there. She was there.
Just put that a little bit closer.
Sorry, she was there when I was diagnosed with cancer and stuff. And we've got really close. She's an absolute angel. And what I've done is I've pushed her away. Because everything what's good in my life, I've never felt good enough for it, or I've sabotaged it. All my exes, my baby mums, all the same. Everything what's ever good, like jobs, I think this is the only job I've got where I'm working at the minute where I actually enjoy it, and I haven't sabotaged it with drugs.
And you know, so we talk patterns of life, right? Mm-hmm. We're built as human beings on the patterns of our parents, the patterns of the friends, grandparents, aunties, uncles, environments that we grow up in. So these patterns are so deeply ingrained in us that we don't even know they exist. And they're fucking there.
Yeah.
Patterns, echoes. So when you said there, I will always be an addict. You've heard, you only say that because you've probably heard it off somebody else.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah.
That's an echo, right? That's the echo of somebody else's voice.
Yeah.
Then you talk patterns. So we have patterns in our daily lives. You get up, you brush your teeth with your right hand, you fucking go downstairs, have a coffee, put some music, whatever your patterns are. But when we talk about the patterns of being children, and then you go to become a teenager and you become an adult, they're that deeply ingrained, we don't know they're there. But what we can do is identify them, find out what they are. Honestly, the guy who's helping me, some of the stuff we've done, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But then you do it, you're like, well, this is a pattern. That's a pattern. That's a generational pattern. What my dad taught me, I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
And then by doing that, you can fucking break that chain.
Yeah.
And it's true. I promise you, I can show you them. I can help you with it. I'm not going to say I'm a therapist or a fucking whatever, but I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
So why not allow other people to do the same?
Yeah.
And I think, was it you who sent me the quote, "Our deepest fear"?
No, not me.
Do you ever watch Coach Carter, the film?
No.
Our deepest.
I think it might have been.
I'm sure it was you.
Yes, yeah.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond
That's
measure.
The one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I thought it was you. But at the end, it says, by doing something myself, we unconsciously give others the opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
Yeah.
Even if me and you sat here now in silence for the next half an hour, you could go away and think, well, maybe I'm not an addict. Maybe it was just...
No, mate, what you've said is already it's in my head now.
Yeah,
it's in my head now. And
because you deserve it.
That quote you said, like, when I got clean, I was putting all stuff on TikTok about gym and stuff like that, and being open about stuff. The amount of people that's messaged me, and it sorted them out.
Yeah.
And even the people who I don't know personally, like the amount of messages I get off people saying thank you. Do you know what I mean? To help to being open or helping with it. That's helping others.
So, if you're broken, how can you help fix somebody else? If you're saying you,
yeah, fucking hell, mate.
It's true though.
But no, you sitting here with you, like you said, I'm only broken because I'm letting society make me broken.
It's all in here. So, I ask people this question quite a lot. Mate, I was exactly where you were a year ago, wasn't I, Zoe? I'd be saying, like, what's this? This is mad. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I'd get that happy, I'd cry, because it's like, Jesus Christ, this stuff, I always thought this pain would be in here.
Yeah.
It's fucking gone now, mate. It's buried somewhere forever.
I hope I can get to that point.
You will. Kinder to yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking, so when you say, I hope I can get there, flip it. I can't wait until I get there. Make it inevitable. And this is why, right? The brain doesn't know the difference between reality and what you tell it.
Yeah.
There's only one, we were saying last night, there's only one world. There's only one world, and it's the same for everyone. But there's 8 billion different realities. Your reality is different to mine. My reality is different to Zoe's.
Yeah.
Who's right? Who's wrong?
Yeah.
I asked the question on here yesterday, and it sounds a bit extreme. Do you think Hitler was a bad person?
Truthfully, I think there's been worse.
But the answer is, majority of people...
But if I was growing up in Nazi Germany back then days...
Exactly.
I'd be with him.
Exactly.
But no, I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
I don't want to say too much without getting in trouble.
Don't get me wrong, I think he was a bellend.
Yeah, of course.
But he murdered millions of people.
Yeah.
But to a German Nazi, he was a hero.
Yeah.
So there are no good or bad people, there are only people.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'm saying is, because the brain doesn't know the difference between reality and what you tell it, if you're kinder to yourself, your reality becomes kinder. If you're negative to yourself, you're shit in, shit out. It's the same as the gym. You couldn't go into a fight eating fucking 30 McDonald's meals every day because you're probably going to go in there and run like a bag of shit.
I've been in fights a lot worse, mate. Trust me.
But you know what I'm saying, though, don't you?
Yeah.
If you're operating, the input is a bag of shit.
Yeah.
The process and the output are also going to be a bag of shit, and that's what we do to ourselves every day as human beings. We start. The input is the information we're taking in. We absorb it as being something negative. Therefore, the process and the output is negative.
Mm-hmm.
Be kinder to yourself for a start. I promise you, this stuff works.
Yeah.
What did we watch the other night, Zoe?
You're kind of like talking like manifestation as well, aren't you? Like where you speak out like to your universe. You know what? I was doing that at one point and everything was going wicked.
Because it's real.
Yeah. No, I know.
Manifestation and the law of attraction. It's
law of attraction. That's
it's like a Hollywood version of like see it, believe it, and
yeah.
But it's real.
No, I know.
So there's something called quantum physics, like reality, different realities.
Yeah.
My reality now is completely different to what it was 2 years ago because I've used this.
Yeah.
And I promise you, mate, if you can walk away from it just going, I'm going to start being kinder to myself.
I am.
Your world will flip. It'll flip.
I need to, mate. It's about time.
You will.
It's about time.
Yeah. And see that word, I am. Give that power.
Yeah.
Don't give I am an addict or always, but don't give that. Give I am. I am Stevie Gold. That's the power there. Fuck everything else.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was emotional.
Nice one, brother.
Yeah, man. So let's carry on then.
Yeah.
Early adult, obviously, you said you've got a couple of kids.
Yeah.
Good father, I presume.
I wasn't, mate. I wasn't. Truthfully, I always chose drugs over my kids. Always. When I was around my kids, I was either on a come down, so I didn't want to do anything with them. I was just sat on the sofa. You've probably done it yourself, mate. Sat on the sofa, let your missus like deal with everything. But over the last few months, mate, I've become the best dad I could possibly be.
Nice.
I'm always with them, always spending time with them. One of my exes, my little girl's mum, actually take me out off to her. She's been amazing, even though there's been years of shit between us both, absolute shit. Right now we're so good around each other and like we're friends and you know
that's good for the kid, right?
Oh, amazing! Yeah. And the brothers and sisters who like I'll go and take them to the park and stuff, or like spend time with them. They're nothing to do with me, but they are. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then my little boys, one of my sons I don't get to see, Apollo. I don't get to see him.
What's his name?
Apollo.
Cool, man.
Roman Apollo. So I've got Gypsy Ray.
He's definitely going to be a fighter when he's older.
I've got Gypsy Ray, Roman Apollo, and Adonis.
Have you?
Yeah.
Like Rocky then, do you?
It was for gods, actually.
Oh, yeah?
For
Roman gods.
Yeah. Adonis, he was born 3 months premature. I could hold him in my hand. A tiny little thing. Didn't think he was going to make it, mate. And I tell you what, he's like, he's my ambition. He's my hero, that little boy. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Things with me and his mum ain't the best. I wish it were. I wish it could be. It's just the way it is. But she's got another little boy. I don't want to mention his name. And he's mine. That little boy's mine. Do you know what I mean? His dad's a bit of a bellend. Don't really spend time with him. When he does, it's not real time. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've got 3 of my own and probably about 6, 7 stepkids.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just want to be there for them. It's like with my little girl, her sisters. She's got 4 or 5 sisters. Like, the dad's a dickhead. Like, I'll go around, I'll cook them dinner, but I'll have the girls with me. Cooking dinner. I'll show them ways that I like, and I have a dress. One of them really pisses me off how she dresses. I'll have a go at her and say, you're not going out like that, because they don't know what's in the world. Yeah. There's horrible men out there, horrible people out there what would take advantage of that. Do you know what I mean? And like, I'm not a dad, but I love them to bits, you know, and I just want the best for them, and I don't want them to be safe. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've kind of took it in my own way. It's like, since being clean as well, like I try and be a gentleman. Like if I see someone needing a woman needing the door open, or if a girl's getting in my van or something, I'll open the door, and my little girl will turn around and say to me, and she says it every time: if a man's not a man if you don't open open the door for a woman. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff like that what I like to imprint into them. So yeah, I love my kids, man. I love them to bits.
The modern day world will tell you you're a fucking piece of shit for opening the door now. Yeah, that's what they do, don't they?
Like see a little old woman or someone trying to get an old woman or something into a car, I'll run over. I'll stop what I'm doing, I'll run over. Bags, I'll carry someone's bags for them. I hate seeing women carry bags. Like, especially if when I was coming out of hospital, my mate's she was like, I'm poorly, and she's going to carry these bags. I'm like, no, you're not doing it. I'm carrying them. She's like, Stevie, pass me the bags. I'm like, no. Do you know what I mean? That's just me. That's just how I am. You know, I'm not like what's happened to gentlemen nowadays.
Is that something that's just came in? Because you see,
I've always been like it.
Have you?
Always said please and thank you. Always like use my manners. Like even when I was in jail. Do you know what I mean? That's always been me. But no, I think since when you're on it, yeah, everything's cloudy, everything's fogged up. You don't see what's in front of you. Like the amount of relationships I've ruined, and like my ex-partner, she was the only one there for me while I was going through crack, mate. Out of all my friends, out of all my family, she was the one that held my hand for months and months and went through everything with me. And then come off for crack, stay clean for a bit, and the bit when my son came home from hospital was the best time in my life with that girl and them boys. Yeah, it was the best time of my fucking life, and I had to go and fuck it by getting back on coke. And the thing is, and you missus like probably admit, like saying yes to this, like even though we're going through that, then people around us are going through it a lot worse because they're trying to pick up the pieces. They're putting their all into us because they can see the best in us, and all we do is use excuses. Yeah, use their love and their trust because we know we can get away with it. And keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And it came to the point with me and, I can't say her name, me and my little boy's mum, where it was like, she's had enough. She was done. And even when I got myself clean, I did it because I wanted to be with her. I did it because I wanted to be with them kids. But enough's enough. I broke her in so many ways, I don't know her anymore. Do you know what I mean? And she don't know me. And when we're around each other, it's just bullshit. And we're best not being around with each other because there's too much water under the bridge. I fucked that up a long time ago.
And the thing is, mate, you know, you're doing the right things, you're taking the right steps and moving forward and stepping into a new life.
Of course.
And maybe sometimes we do things like that to prove people wrong, right? Yeah. Prove the world that we can live a certain way, because I've done it in the past where when I started doing the podcast 15, 16 months ago, I started doing them going, it was more of an external validation, trying to validate myself to the world.
Yeah.
Look how well I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I failed. And I'd drink again, and then I'd use again.
Yeah.
It was only, so when you say you've done it for your ex and the kids,
yeah.
I'm a big believer, while there might be a motivation like the children, or there'll be something inside you that one of your values will be the reason. And the value will probably be family, right? But that value is internal. That's not external.
Yeah.
So when we say we do it for other people, because Zoe said to me
I've wanted to be clean for years, mate.
Exactly.
Years.
So when we say we do it for other people, you're doing it for yourself. Brother. Yeah. And in turn, that makes you a better human being for your family, for your friends, and the people that you love. I like this. Gone well.
Yeah.
Good conversation, man.
Yeah, it has.
How many times you go to jail?
Twice. First time was for 6 months. Pissed up, beat someone up for no reason, for not giving me a fag or something. Disgusting, mate. Disgusting behaviour. Second time, I robbed a drug dealer.
Did you?
For a bag of ecstasy. I think there were about 30, 40 pills in there. And it was going into the Emporium nightclub. There's a big super club where we live. And I didn't want to do anything, but the lads I was like, come on, you faggot. And back then I didn't like being called a faggot, hated it. So I ended up robbing this lad. The lads told him I've took £300 cash, a bag, a wallet, and inside the bag was some stilettos. Great fit, by the way, darling. Great fit. But it wasn't. It was literally a bag of pills.
Fucking big high heels.
Size 12s, you know what I mean? Yeah. Ended up getting, well, I was on remand for 16 months.
Yeah.
But that sent me crazy, mate.
Yeah.
Found 2 lads hanging while I was in there. Seen some stuff I wouldn't you know, you can't ever shake off like a lad getting acid in, you know, hot water and sugar. Yeah.
Napalm, is it?
Napalm, yeah. And then I tell you what, that had an imprint with my PTSD.
I'd imagine so.
Like for months after, I could hear the officer's keys jingling in my sleep. You know, like trying to sleep at night, I could hear the keys jingling or the sound of ping pong. Fucking hate it.
And what were they relevant to? What was the association with keys and ping pong?
Well, the keys were where the cells were opening the cells doors and that, and then the ping pong was when you're on.
Yeah, playing table tennis.
Playing table tennis. And it's like.
And is that when you were out of jail?
When I was out of jail for months, I still get it now.
Would that happen when you're asleep, or would
the ping pong? It depends if I was padded up or not, obviously, and everyone was out on seg, not seg, soch, and the keys were obviously at night when they were walking around. Like it hasn't happened for a long while, but I will still get it now and then. Like that had like even but seeing the two lads hanging, that hasn't had the effect of what the sound of them keys jingling has. Which is weird, which is mad. I'll
let you know because the guy who's mentoring me, he'll watch this and he'll have the answer for that.
Yeah.
So he'll definitely have the answer for that, mate. So there's a lot going on there.
Massive, yeah. But this ain't even the tip of the iceberg, mate.
No. So question, do you want to go to the tip of the iceberg or do you want to leave it where it is?
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's carry on then.
Let's go.
Keep climbing the mountain then, brother.
Yeah, let's go.
So when you came out of jail then?
Sorry.
Do you want some water?
No, I'm good. When I got out of jail, things was all right. I didn't touch anything. And I don't know if it probably had MCAT.
Yeah.
Can you remember MCAT?
Fucking hell, yeah.
So MCAT was around when I got out of jail, and I was gymming it. I was on steroids. Ended up splitting with a girl I was with. Ended up getting back on it. And then since then, but this is when I got into my boxing. I can remember getting a text off like white collar boxing. Yeah. I can't even remember signing up to it. So I started with that. Started with the boxing. Got myself clean. And I lived, breathed, and shat boxing. I was fully into it. Like best I've ever been, best shape, everything. Had 4 white collars in the space of 3 weeks. Like literally 1 week after the other. Thrashed every single one apart from the last one. And then the guy was like at the gym. He was like, "Do you want to get into bare knuckle?" So I was like, "Yeah, definitely." Got into bare knuckle. My first 6 fights undefeated. Nice. Big ranking. And then with Junior, who was spoke about earlier, my mum's partner, I found out he was cheating on my mum again. And even though I'd sit here and say it didn't affect me, it did affect me because I started using again. Split up with the girl I was with at the time, and just everything spiraled out of control. It's always been drugs. It's always been drugs. I've always used drugs as an escape, but what have I been escaping?
Everything that you've just spoke about.
But I'm not escaping it, am I?
Oh, you're definitely not escaping it.
I'm not. It's still there after when I come on the come down.
I did a podcast the other day with 2 husband and wife. They're trauma therapists. Yeah. And they were speaking to me about a couple of tools and techniques around how to deal with trauma. Yeah. Which I knew anyway. They were just explaining them. And the man, his son, suddenly died of a heart attack when he was 28.
Wow. Okay.
Just dropped dead out the blue. No initial, nothing. Just dropped dead. And he said something that was really powerful. He said, "Grief will wait for you to finish the toilet. Grief will wait for you to cut the grass. Grief will always be there. Yeah, and it's just waiting for you." And it's the same with trauma. Trauma will wait for you to finish your last line and go to bed for fucking 10 hours. You wake up the next day and he would still be sat on the end of the bed waiting for you. Yeah. It's always there. So one thing I say now is like, when you say to somebody, "Do you want help?" And I'm not saying I can help everybody. Yeah. I certainly can't fix somebody. Yeah. That's from somebody else. But I know other people. I've spoken to many people now, and if I believe they need more help, I'll go, well, this does this, try,
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what I was going to fucking say then.
That grief.
So trauma. So trauma waits for you, and it'll sit on the end of your bed, and it's gone. It's gone out my head. It's completely gone. I'll come back to that. I was on a fucking roller as well with that one. But yeah, man, that escape, do you know what? I've never even looked at it because I've said the word escape.
Yeah.
And you're fucking right. We don't escape nothing.
We're not, no. I used to think I did. But like sitting here looking back at it, I was just making things worse. I've like all them times being in the kitchen for like 3-4 days, like because when I used to sesh, mate, I used to sesh for days, bro. I was like the last time I went seshed, I had 1/2 ounce of coke to myself, and it was 2 days before we laid my friend to rest, Flash. God rest your soul, brother. And I was sat there and my heart was going boom, but you could see my heart going like this. Yeah, I carried on racking up, bro. Because that's how it made me. I just wanted to carry on until I died.
I've done that,
and I'm lucky. I'm here.
So I've mentioned this story a few times, and this is how I know I'm getting better at healing. Is because when I first started telling it, I'd start crying.
Yeah.
But now I don't. So about 3. How long have we been together, love?
Oh.
I knew it was 3 years. It's just. Yeah, 3 years. 3 years next month it is. So you're talking 3.5 years ago, just before I met Zoe.
Yeah,
I was living with my dad, who I'd never lived with in my whole life. He was never around as a kid, and it was really alien because a lot of the smells that I remember from a child being in his house with all his friends when they were all on the sesh.
Yeah,
I was smelling them in his house. So it was a constant reminder of when I was a kid. Yeah. So when we talk loops and patterns and emotions, every day I was there, my fucking brain's just doing this.
Yeah,
and it got to the point where I'd go to the pub on a Tuesday night and I'd spend 500 quid on a fucking Tuesday night. Well, on any night, that's mental.
Yeah.
But then one night, it just got to, I was addicted to Zoplicone as well. She forced me off it. There'd be times when at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd just fucking wake up and cry, what the fuck, crying and sweating and all sorts. And this one night, same thing. I was sat in the dark, no TV on, just sat in the dark on my own, cans, drugs, smokes. And I was just going, and I was actually eating it, just in chunks, just eating it. An ounce it was, full ounce, just eating it.
Yeah.
And 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe, I don't know what time it was, I stood up and there was blood coming down my eye, out the side of my mouth. And
fucking hell.
Boom, I hit the deck. I thought, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it, like, I'm going.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Sounds horrible. When you get to the depths of your own disparity, you don't care.
You don't care. No,
you don't. Bothered.
No.
By the grace of the fucking universe or God or whatever you want to call it, I'm still here. And then a couple of weeks later, I met Zoe. And my life started. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of downs, but the ups, natural highs, natural love and happiness has been something that I've experienced a lot more. But yeah, at that time, mate, when we sat there on our own doing that damage, you imagine, right? This is the visualization of the mind that I use a lot of now. You imagine looking at yourself now in your own head.
I'd be disgusted.
You think it's crazy?
I'd be disgusted.
Honestly, so there's something called...
That's the amount of times I've been like that. If that weren't just the one time, I've been like... The amount of money I've spent on coke and crack over the years, fucking hell, I could have probably bought an house or two.
Well, me and my friend were having a conversation last week, how much do you reckon we've spent since we were like 17?
Yeah.
And I averaged it, say, £150, £200 a week, average.
Yeah.
280,000, that is.
Wow.
£280,000. That's... I'm not saying that is the number, but if you averaged it to £150 or £200 a week, that's 280 grand.
Fucking hell, you're doing that in a night, mate. I was smoking... When I was smoking it, mate, I was doing that in a night. Easy. 200-300 quid.
So you're talking £250,000, aren't you? So there's something called dissociation techniques that I use. So when you're feeling emotional, so say like you were sat here now and you were feeling emotional, you would picture so you'd be stood over there looking at yourself.
Yeah.
And what that does, it dissociates from emotion. So when you're feeling sad, you could like just close your eyes or even sit with your eyes open and visualize yourself from the other side of the room. And what that does is separates emotion. Because if somebody was going through the same thing you're going through and you were looking at them, you wouldn't feel that. You'd feel emotional, you'd feel sad for them, but you wouldn't feel the heightened emotion as what you felt just now.
Yeah.
And it's called dissociation techniques, and they're really good just to get you out of certain states of mind. But yeah, that's where I was going with it. If you could look at yourself in the kitchen from a third person, you'd be like, "Fucking this is crazy."
Disgusting, mate. Yeah. I hate what I've done to people, and I hate what I've done to myself, especially the people that was around me.
But you got time, right? And this is something that I've learned.
I know I've got time to make things right, like apologise and stuff, but the damage is already done.
So, me and Zoe have spoke about this again. I put her through. She wrote a book. It's fucking mint about me being Belen, basically.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. It's one of the best things I've ever read. Some of it's on my TikTok page.
If you ever get it published, let me know.
Yeah, honestly, I wanted to.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. So
how many women around in this country would like
exactly
feel that?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? I'll do it, girl.
Well, she put a few stories out, and the amount of women were like, I can relate to this so much.
Yeah.
But now what she's done, she's wrote my story as well with it.
Yeah.
So each chapter's got her point of view
and your point of view.
I think it's powerful as fuck. I think it'd be brilliant.
Get it published, man. What are you doing? Serious?
Yeah, well, I think we should.
A lot of people relate to that.
Yeah, there's about
millions.
Yeah, there's about 20.
Because it's not like I said. It's not like I said earlier. It's not just those addicts what are suffering and go through it. It's our loved ones, and we drag them with us. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
One thing that, and I say this when I say we, I mean me. I said this on the previous podcast before. We're selfish in addiction, but we're also selfish in recovery, because everything's about us.
Yeah.
Look how well I'm doing.
Yes.
Look how well I'm performing.
Yes.
And I think it was February, March, April time this year. I thought she was doing really well.
Yeah.
I was like, well, look, I'm doing well, so she must be doing well. Everything's perfect. And then we started seeing the cracks in Zoe, what I'd created.
Yes.
And then you realise, fucking hell.
What have I done?
Some damage been done here.
Yeah.
And it's not nice, mate.
No, I know. It's like I've said I'll never say her name, but my ex, like I know what I've done to her will affect her in future relationships. Do you know what I'm saying?
And there was something that you mentioned early on, and I don't take this as disrespectful, please, but your mum, where you're saying your mum always chose a certain type of person to be around.
Yeah.
One of the things I've learned most about being a parent is there's no life, there's no rule book, there's no guidebook, there's no step-by-step.
No, there's not. No.
And also our parents have also experienced their own upbringings.
I know.
And this is where we have to learn to give some form of forgiveness, because like with my mother, I know what you said, I know it's hard.
I know.
But you can start by forgiving yourself, because the way I've realised, it was never about me.
Yeah.
All the punishment that was given to me, it was never about me. It was about them and their issues.
Yeah.
I was just the emotional bag that was there.
The punch bag,
Same as you.
Yeah.
It was never ever about us as people. But we take the emotions. Why me? What have I done wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Why has this happened to me? I must have done something. The word must. It's inevitable. I must have done something wrong for this to happen. But you don't know what. And these are questions that we ask ourselves all the way, whatever the question is. But the reality is there was never a question to begin with. It was never your fault. It was never your responsibility to carry this fucking burden for the rest of your life. So when I ask people, and people say, I'm not ready to heal, why would you want to carry on living in pain? If you've got a broken leg and the doctor goes, I could fix that now, and you go, give me 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You don't. It's the fear. It's the fear of not knowing what's going to happen.
The unknown,
But I can, hand on heart, promise you, mate, if you can get there, it's the most amazing. I'm
halfway there. I'm nearly there, mate. I am.
Yeah,
I am. But like I said earlier, there's just certain things like I've got to sit down with that little boy, that little Stevie, and that's going to take a lot. That's going to take a lot, and I need to forgive myself and the people around me to let that boy grow up.
Yeah, man.
Without, oh man, fucking hell, bro. Some fucking deep shit going on in this room, mate. But you get what I'm saying? Like,
I know exactly.
I've got to let that boy grow up now, right? And I need to stop letting it affect me and affecting him. So fucking hell, brother.
So there's two things that I'll tell you now. So the first one, we sit here now as two lads, both over 6'4", both big lads.
Yeah.
When you go back in your mind, sat here and now, and think about what happened to you as a child, you don't go back there and relive those moments as a grown man, even in your body now.
Yeah.
You go there and relive them as a child. Boy. You don't experience them as a man, because as a man you wouldn't be afraid. You'd go, okay, come at me, I'll fucking punch you.
I'd kill him. It wouldn't happen.
So the fear, there was a certain individual that I was afraid of for my whole life, and I seen him 2 years ago. He's an old man. I'd have broke his foot, but I was terrified because I went.
What, when you still seen him?
Yeah, because it was the child in me.
In me, yeah. You know, I understand that, brother.
I could have gone there and picked him up and headbutted him through the fucking window, but I was terrified. I froze. So, by understanding that when we relive moments from when we were little, you're reliving that moment as a little boy. You're not reliving that moment as Stevie, the grown man, the fighter. You're not. It's the scared boy. And that's where we have to change the emotion attached to the memory. Do you know what I mean? And this is the most powerful bit of my story that I've ever had. I went to Wigan. Have you heard of Tom Blackledge?
No.
He used to be in the UFC. That's his book there, Fearless by Design.
Yeah.
He was in the UFC, Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's got a gym in Wigan. Anyway, he invited me to this event called Master Your Mind. And there was 400 or 500 people in this room.
Yeah.
I went there on my own, didn't know what to expect. When was it, Zoe? 2 years ago? No. And they were doing mindfulness, meditation work and all this. And I'm like, fuck's all this shit?
Yeah.
This is mental. I'm not doing all this. So, honestly. They got us to do this breath work. And I was like, fucking hell, I feel all right now. I feel cool. And then they made me shut my eyes. And then they said, picture yourself above your body. Now you're outside the building. Now you're above the clouds. Now, and they're speaking dead softly. And I was like, fucking hell, this is weird. And then they said, right, now I want you to come down and experience yourself as your child, or go to your safe place when you were a child. So I was in my bedroom. I fucking shit you not, mate. I could see the DVDs on the walls. I could see the PlayStation.
You was there.
I was in that room. I could smell the smells.
Yeah.
And they said, where are you? So I said, I'm in my childhood bedroom. And they said, where's your childhood self? I said, he's outside, because my back garden there's a castle next to it, a big castle. And I said, he's on the marsh by the castle. I can see him. And he whispered in my ear, he was like, run to him. And I just went straight out the window to run to him. Gives me goosebumps talking about it. And he cuddled me. And as he put his arms around the back of my shoulders, I said to him, I'll look after you now. And then it was like fucking one of the most powerful moments I've ever had in my life, honestly.
Get me going just thinking about it.
But it's good though. But man. And what that showed, what that did at that moment in time was that learn or give me the ability then to love myself. Love the kid that I'd left behind.
I haven't been able to do that.
Yeah.
And everything, like I said, everything what comes into my life, what good, I jeopardise it.
Because
I need to love myself. It's about time I started loving myself. I deserve it. I deserve peace.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. And like you say, mate, I'm not a professional, but I know a lot of fucking amazing human beings. So if I can't help you, one of them will.
Thank you.
So we can do that for sure.
Thank you.
How long we done, so?
58 minutes.
Cool. What's the next 12 months look like for Stevie Gold? Every time I say that name, it's like Stevie Gold.
Heal.
Yeah, man.
Find peace.
Yeah, man.
As I said earlier, I found out I got cancer. So that's going to be an emotional ride.
What cancer is it, if you don't mind me asking?
Lymphoma, so cancer of the lymph nodes. And then the doctor before I left said myeloma, which is obviously cancer of the blood. But I'm having a bit of mixed... and I won't find out till the 12th properly, but it's definitely lymphoma. And like I said, the doctor mentioned myeloma, but it wasn't on my record, so I've just got to see what's going on. start chemo, I believe, end of August, and then go from there, mate. So I was going to go to Africa to work, which I've always wanted to do, but now with this, it's kind of. But there's always a plan. I've set up for a plan B. I knew something was going to happen, so I set up for a plan B. Maybe start my own podcast.
Do it. I'll help you.
Maybe I've got a lot of people behind me saying that as well.
I'll help you do it.
Fighters what suffer with addiction and mental health.
I can help you do that, mate.
Thank you, mate.
I can help you do that. No problem. What were you going to go to Africa for?
We was going to rebuild. We was going to build a watering system and a recycle plant for what country was it? Zambia.
Nice.
Capital of Zambia.
Were you going to go on like humanitarian?
We were going to do it for a World Health Organization. The money, it weren't for free, obviously. The money would have been life changing. After a year, I could have brought a house.
Yeah.
But it could always be open for me in the future if you get a contract.
It is always open.
It is open for me. It is. I need to change everything. But right now, I don't know, mate. We're just going to take every day as it comes.
Well, I wish you nothing but the best. I hope
mate.
you find your fucking peace, brother.
Thank you.
I'll help you as much as I can.
Thank you.
And there's far cleverer people than me as well around me that I know.
Yeah.
That can offer you help, or they can help me help you. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you, mate.
But yeah, I wish you nothing but the best, brother.
Thank you, sir.
I've got one more question for you before we leave.
It.
If you could visualize 4 people sat around this table with you, not me, I'm not here, from your past. They could be family members, they could be...
Good or bad people.
To have a good... I don't want you smashing their heads in here. They got to be people to sit around a dinner table with you. And they don't necessarily have to be your family.
My mum, for one. My ex.
They can be heroes or friends as well.
Heroes? Well, if it's my hero, it's my son. Nice. Adonis. Even though he's 2.5-year-old, that boy's been through wars. You know, and I look at him and I just see strength. And the 4th... Sorry, mate. Fucking hell. It's an emotional roller coaster, this is, isn't it?
That's what it's here for.
4th... Probably one of my friends who passed away. Just to ask him how I'm doing. Adam. Just to ask him how I'm doing. If he's proud of me.
He definitely will be, mate. I can tell that. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with a good cry, brother. Well, I can tell you here from sitting there knowing that I've been in similar positions to you, that by allowing yourself to heal, there's nothing but pride and happiness and love and all.
I'm nearly there, mate.
Yeah.
I'm nearly there. Few more steps. Just
by being here and being able to sit and have this conversation shows how far you've come, because
I know.
There's a lot of people who won't even allow themselves the opportunity to.
No, if you don't want to, yeah.
And I understand that, but there's phases. So when we talk patterns and cycles before, there's also patterns of healing. Mm-hmm. There's processes, steps. Do this. We've got to do this. Feel this. Feeling is the most important part of healing. Remember that.
Yeah,
that's the most important part. Job done, mate.